Hello and welcome to the first event of 2023, hosted by our organisation, the Fifth Sun. Today's event is a rally across Hurston consisting of 80 kilometres of unforgiving and unpredictable terrain. Our 14 contestants will be duking it out to see who can reach the finish line first. The finish line is the hangar of a Corsair parked on top of a mountain, and the winner will receive this beautiful Cyclone turbocharged paint. Racing today we have Tint, Grumpy Eye, StarrStreams, Chicken Wings, Tony Masters, Mother 6666, Mr. Libra, Mr. Miggs, Zolage, Nestrathil, Yavin SC, Overlord Knox, Hammer Berlin, and finally Dead Leader. It is a very windy and dusty day down here on Hurston. Just to make everything a lot more difficult, the elements are against our contestants. But without further ado, they are ready, their engines are roaring in anticipation, so let's head over and listen to Captain Astro counting us down and getting the race started.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
You could have started from 5.
Are
we stopping on 1 or
3, 2, 1, go!
Everyone's gone really quiet as they concentrate.
And we are off, looking like a bunch of ants leaving the nest ready to find their next meal for their colony. Our contestants make their way across a very bumpy terrain filled with hazards at every turn. We've already got a lovely spread of people. Some contestants decided to head over to the far right, some heading to the far left to try and avoid this bumpy, rocky terrain. And the rest of them just going straight down the middle and just trying to hopefully bounce off the rocks, as we can see. Oh, we nearly lost one. We nearly lost one. As the race goes on, we will catch up with individual contestants and see exactly where their progress is. But for now, let's just get these wonderful views of everyone racing together. So far, Grumpy Eye is making some fantastic progress, but in front of him at the moment is Nestrathil, who's currently heading the group at the front. As we look behind us, we can see some headlights in the distance amongst some fantastic dust kick-ups from the wheels and the tyres spinning through Hurston, trying to make their way around the obstacles.
Can somebody help me out? I'm on my side.
Grumpy asking for help there, but is every man for themselves? Absolutely no chance. Tint is now currently in pole position, taking first place. He decided to go far left and completely try to avoid the obstacles, but it turns out it doesn't matter. These rocks are everywhere. Tint is trying to navigate his way through, and I believe he's taken the strategy of slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Whereas the rest of our contestants decided to just try and ram their way through these hard obstacles. As we follow Tint here, he is making some very fast progress. Small stints of extreme speed mixed with ramps and jumps of some not so quick speed. I have to say I'm very impressed with Tint's driving here. He is dipping and dodging and ducking and diving left, right and centre. As we pan round here, we can actually see our contestants are of quite a wide spread. There's a few thousand meters between some of them at this point. Grumpy Eye dead center here. He refuses to come off the center line, sticking to his guns, staying dead center. Dead Leader heading out to the left of the pack. StarrStreams in the back there as well, making his way also through the middle. Bold strategy, Star, bold strategy indeed. Chicken Wings and Mr. Miggs out on the right flank, along with Hammer Berlin and the rest of the pack. They all seem to believe that if they go down the flanks, they'll miss out on these lovely rocks, but absolutely not. These rocks ain't moving for nobody. Mr. Libra, Chicken Wings and Yavin all in a cluster together there on the right flank. And here's Grumpy picking up speed. Look at him go. Ain't nothing stopping this man. As we pan over to the horizon of Hurston, we see all the dust kicking up. The wind is picking up. The environment is becoming all that more hostile as we go on. Now let's go and check in here with this little cluster of Miggs, Mr. Libra, Yavin and Chicken Wings. Miggs has appeared to got himself spun around, but he's now back on track, pushing down that right flank. I've got faith in his ability to catch up. Let's get a close-up and just see how he maneuvers around these obstacles here. Beautiful work. Hitting the jumps at just the right angle. Oh, maybe not that one though. Watch out, Migs, there's a tree or 3 and also rocks. Nice spin. Never mind. We've got Chicken Wings, Yavin and Mr. Libra all together here. Chicken Wings is kicking up a lot of dust behind him. We're going to take a low flight over here and try and get a front angle. Chicken Wings leading the pack of this cluster. No headlights from Mr. Chicken Wings. Bold strategy, but let's hope it pays off.
Oh, this is awful.
Sounds like he's not having a great time. Now let's catch up as we fly over Tony, making our way towards the middle of the pack. StarrStream over there to the left flank. Overlord Nox and Hammer Berlin here together in unison. I don't know if they're working together to try and move these rocks or if they're going to start bunting it. Well, that's answered our question. Overlord Nox there jumps straight onto Hammer Berlin's head, leaving him in the dust like Mario. But look at this, Hammer Berlin making the comeback. Oh, God, that's a lot of airtime from Berlin there. Absolutely flying along. And it looks like Nox has got himself spun around, falling behind Berlin there and maybe actually losing out, not able to catch up. As Berlin pulls away with blistering speed, let's go and check the front of the pack. Over to the left here, we have Tint still in first place, and Grumpy Eye and Dead Leader seem to have made this a two-person race.
Grumpy, I'm right on your ass, mate.
Tell me more.
Dead Leader there telling Grumpy he's right behind him. Grumpy seemed excited. I had to take the camera over to make sure I caught the action. Grumpy still out in front. Dead Leader's trying to make up time, getting maybe a bit too much air, but here comes the boost. He's gaining on him. Grumpy's hit the boost as well, trying to keep that gap between the two of them. Headlights come on as he heads through the shrubbery. Dead Leader, no headlights needed, go straight through the shrubbery head first. He has no fear. In the meantime, Tint is out in the front still, absolutely chilling. Looking at our current first place contestant as he makes his way around some additional rubble here, some metal it looks like down there on the playing field. Tint manages to make easy work of that and now proceeds to get some speed. And now he's on his front legs. Oh, never mind. There was a very long sustained endo there. As we come back here to Dead Leader and Grumpy still having a bit of a battle between the two of them. Looks like Grumpy is still out in front here as he comes to a huge jump, making his way down the hill. Dead Leader straggling behind. Grumpy makes easy work of the mountain until he hits that rock, does about a 480-degree spin. Manages to recover and proceeds on his way, but this is giving Dead Leader a chance to catch up here, making his way right behind Grumpy, closing that gap. On the right flank we have Nestrathal still almost in line with Tint. This could be a photo finish between the two of these at the moment. There's quite a few thousand meters between them and the pack behind them now, so the chances of them catching up before the end of the race is slim unless they make a mistake. So Tint is in full concentration mode now as he makes his way through the canyon.
Tint is hacks, man. That's hacks.
Yeah, he's hacking. He modded the game files. You know it.
We've got some accusations of hacks here of Tint because he's just doing too well. As I said earlier, slow is smooth and smooth is fast, and Tint is very smooth. It is almost neck and neck between Tint and Nestrathal here, closely followed by Chicken Wings, but the rest of the pack are quite far behind. Looks like Grumpy Eye and Dead Leader in 4th and 5th position, about 4,000 meters behind. Neck and neck with Mr. Libra and Mr. Migs, also only about 5,000 meters behind. It looks like the gap is getting closed between these 6 contestants here. Meanwhile, we have the large cluster at the back of the pack, of which StarrStreams seems to be out in front. Looks like they could be struggling with the mountain range they've come across here. We can see the smoke plumes from the tires all around the mounting of our contestants at the back, and the headlights of StarrStreams pushing his way through the course. I love how Star has not made any deviation from the center line. He is like, no, the planet and the obstacles will move for me. I am staying straight and true regardless of what's in front of me, and I kind of have to commend that. No shortcuts here from StarrStreams as he bounces his way around some rocks, picking up some speed here. Star decides to go through the canyon here around the metal obstacles. Again, as I said, no obstacle is an obstacle for StarrStreams. There's simply more paths to success. We are at the halfway point. Our contestants have just reached the 40-kilometer mark, and it's looking good. There's another mountain in the distance, looking like it could cause a bit of an issue for our contestants here. Dead Leader and Grumpy Eye still hand in hand here, refusing to leave each other's side. Whether it's some personal vendetta they have against each other, or they actually want to help each other out, we will find out shortly as they approach this mountain. Will they stay together? Will they separate?
Imagine Astro planning this, and so like there's a canyon right behind something we're all clearly gonna like launch off. We're gonna land in the river or something. The one river on Hurston.
Dead Leader there, worried about the singular river on Hurston in the canyon coming up. This mountain is looking worse and worse as we get closer. Huge obstacles on the way up and down both sides.
Oh, the rocks just spawned.
Oh my god.
We gotta go around it, dude.
Oh god!
Grumpy just pulling into the render distance there, realizing there are rocks on the side of the mountain, and going around it would be wise. But Dead Leader has taken a leaf out of StarrStreams' book, and he says, no, obstacles are nothing to me. I'm going through that mountain. Grumpy makes the decision to go around. A wise decision, Grumpy. I think that's the right choice. Dead Leader, on the other hand, he's, as I said, decided to go over.
Oh no, I'm Austin Powersing it. I'm Austin Powersing it.
Dead Leader seems to have Austin Powers it. Stuck between 2 obstacles. Dead Leader, you have ended up in the worst place in the world.
No, wait.
If those vocals don't sum up this event, I don't know what was. Dead Leader makes a huge jump into the canyon. Is he gonna survive?
I'm doing it.
He absolutely lands it. I thought he was a goner for sure. What a fantastic landing there. But he's now Austin Powers it again. Grumpy Eye, however, decided to go around the mountain and is now a kilometer ahead. Wise decision. Dead Leader still stuck on the mountain, I believe. Maybe we'll find him up there as a skeleton in 50 years' time when 318 actually gets released. As we make our way back to the front of the pack to get an update, Referral is at the front of the pack. Tint is slightly behind by about a kilometer, almost 2 kilometers at this point. But he is hot on the tail. Mr. Libra bringing up the rear here as well. Possibly in third as we come in for a nice close-up of Tint, working his fingers to the bone to catch up to Referral. Tint hits the boost button, flying at the speed of light, making his way to catch up to Referral here. He says, no, you will not take this from me. More trees appearing at this point of the terrain now as well. Pure speed from Tint here. He's bouncing and bonking all the way through the course over the rocks. Referral a mere 1,000 meters in front now. It looks like Tint has caught up. Referral might be having a bit of a hard time with some of the obstacles now. There's a lot more trees and rocks than there were before. Threads the needle between those 2 trees. We are now only 15 kilometers from the finish line. Referral going to get some big air here. Doesn't know what's on the other side. Was that a mistake? It may have just been. Hits a rock and he's mounted it. That could actually hold him up. He is losing precious seconds here as Tint is hot on the tail.
Meanwhile,
happy birthday.
As you can hear, everyone is singing happy birthday to Grumpy Eye. Please go into the comments and wish Grumpy Eye happy birthday. He says it's not his birthday, but It absolutely is. So yeah, make sure you go to the comments and wish him a happy birthday. Neshathor here, trying to make up the time from that rock incursion. This time a lot more cautious after the last little incident. Bounces off that rock beautifully, glides down to the terrain, makes his way down the mountain, has managed to spin around. Oh, Neshathor, more rocks. Oh, this could be another blunder. Lovely recovery though. Reverses straight out, back into the course. Rocks? What rocks? Canyon here. He absolutely nails the jump over that small little crevasse. That could have been disastrous. Just 11 kilometers away from the finish line. Neshathor was making good progress. But as we peer over to what's coming up, we can see it only gets more problematic. The terrain gets worse as they continue. Tint only 2,000 meters away from Neshathor. He is trying his hardest to make up the time.
I can too sing Digital Zero. Yeah, like, let me try that. Fly me to Hurston and let me play among Hurston.
I know, Digital Zero is right.
Hurston.
There was an explosion. It looks like Sir Liege is out of the race. There could have been some foul play there. With a beautiful rendition of Take Me to Hurston there by Dead Leader. Mr. Miggs and Overlord Nox toe to toe here, trying to catch up with the rest of the group, fighting for potentially 7th or 6th position. Meanwhile, StarrStreams, headlights on, approaching the mountain and the further potential obstacles ahead. Dead Leader and Grumpy Eye still toe to toe as well. They are within 200 meters of each other. They've just reached the Trees of Doom. StarrStreams has made some fantastic progress right behind Dead Leader and Grumpy here, only 2,000 meters away now. Neshathor has reached the final mountain. He is on the final climb. Could he get first place here? Tint has actually fallen behind by a few thousand meters now, meaning this looks like it's Neshathor's race to lose. A mere few hundred meters away, Neshathor was approaching the Corsair's ramp. He can see the finish line. He's making a sprint for it. As he makes his way into the hangar, Neshathor is the winner of the first 5th Sun 2023 organisation event, the Hurston Rally. Neshathor, first position. Looks like Tint is going to get position number 2. He is just behind Neshathor. He was at the front for a long time, but it looks like Neshathor just managed to edge it here. Tint makes the final ascent up the mountain towards the Corsair's finish line. And here comes Tint approaching the Corsair for 2nd position, coming in at top speed. Pans his way round up the ramp. Oh no, the Corsair is currently hovering. LDM says no. Lucia says no. No more people will enter my hangar. Only 1st position. Tint has come all this way as he stares up at the Corsair, not allowing access. Neshathor will of course win the turbocharged paint for the Cyclone, so congratulations Neshathor. What a fantastic race you drove today. It looks like Mr. Libra could get 3rd here, followed by Grumpy Eye. Dead Leader seems to have actually slipped quite far behind, and Streams has nipped in between the two of them here. I'm not sure how Dead Leader made it so far away from Grumpy, considering they were so close. Maybe they decided to go around the mountain in different directions, and Dead Leader made a bad call yet again. Every time I look back to Dead Leader, he seems to be further away. I don't quite know what's going on there. But Grumpy and Starr, it looks like they're going to duke it out for 4th and 5th position here. Can Starr make up the distance in time? Not knowing what's on the other side. Will he slow down? Absolutely not. Classic Starr. No obstacle is an obstacle, but he has ended up on his side like a turtle. The recovery comes in, spinning the wheels, manages to right himself and continue down the mountain. Grumpy Eye here, absolutely tearing up the course as he approaches the final ascent up to the Corsair's finish line. Gets some lovely air there. Probably one of the biggest air times of the competition. So close to the finish line here. Starr just 2,000 meters behind Grumpy here. At this point, I'm not sure if Dead Leader knows where the finish line is. He's gone from Fred to Velma as he's clearly dropped his glasses.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My cyclone's stuck in a wreck thing. No. Come on. Come on now. No. Cyclone, get out of here.
Oh, this could be neck and neck. Dead Leader might actually be able to nab it here if he does get up this mountain quicker than Grumpy. But Grumpy's making quick work of the obstacles. We have some celebratory chaff for our 4th and 5th place for Grumpy Eye and Dead Leader.
Oh, you're gonna kill me now.
Oh no!
Oh my! We've had some technical difficulties. Poor old Star didn't even get to see the Corsair. It looks like we tried to cram 5 cyclones into the back of a Corsair. Not a good idea. Star makes his final ascent to nothing but rubble. But nothing will deter this man. He climbs the hill at top speed, does a lovely little jump. Approaches the rubble and death that awaits him. He jumps through all the shrubbery here, bouncing over the rocks. He approaches the Mustang. And what a lovely finish as StarrStreams comes in 6th. Wonderful job. Looks like Mr. Miggs will be right behind in 7th, followed by Overlord Knox in 8th. Mr. Miggs will get 7th here as he makes his final ascent, going at top speed, maxing out that speedometer. Congratulations, Mr. Miggs. Knox is pushing up here. Despite coming at the back of the group here and coming in last place in 8th, he still has the full aggression and determination to finish with style as he begins to make his final ascent towards the finish line. You can see that suspension working overtime here for Knox, bouncing over the rocks and the terrain, trying to keep him straight and true. The sun has started to set on Hurston. It has been a long day out there on the course, and we've had some fatalities, we've had some crashes, but all in all, a successful event and a successful race as Knox brings in the end of the race. Congratulations all contestants, that was a super fun race, and what a beautiful sunset to finish off the event here. Hurston never fails to impress me with how beautiful it is as the sun sets on today's activities and the wind starts to pick up across Hurston. Everyone can go home and relax, other than a few of the contestants that blew up, and we have to now send letters back to their families to let them know. But that will bring us to the end of the video and the end of the event. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you again to everyone that took part. If you're interested in being part of future events, we're going to be doing more rallies. We're going to be doing some PvP stuff, some PvE stuff. We're going to be doing the Siege of Horizon. We're going to be doing Jump Town. And there's plenty more custom events that I'm not going to speak about here. If you want to find out more and you want to be involved and take part, please head down to the description. There is a link to our organization and you can find out all the details in there. And if you're not part of an organization in Star Citizen, come on in. We accept everyone. We're completely open to any play styles, any activity. There's no commitments, just as long as you can at least speak English so we can communicate with you, that is absolutely fine by us. But that's it. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you're new around here, I stream Star Citizen on Mondays and Wednesdays, and there is a video coming out every week as well as shorts, so please consider whacking the like button down below to help push this video into the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more from me. I hope you've enjoyed yourself today, and I will see you on the next one. GFA out.
Who's that?
Can't tell. He's in the mask again. Is it Gollum? Is it Gandalf?
Ask your friend.
Yeah, well you can ask your mum, cause I heard her screaming out last night. It's GFA. And we don't hydrate, we don't posture check, cause we want that cake.
The time